Hello and welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while since I did my last video. Been super busy with work and getting all these commissions and stuff done. And I just thought I'd do a little bit of an army showcase on a commission I've just finished. So customer sent over his army for me to do, and he wanted pretty much GW spec on the paint jobs. So I was more than happy to do it. Easterlings being one of my favourite factions from the Middle Earth strategy battle game as well. Took on the job, thoroughly enjoyed it, so I thought I'd do a little bit of an army showcase on what I've painted, run through the colours and stuff that I've used, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. So to start with, he sent over basically an entire box of normal troops, box of Cataphracti, 3 Dragon Knights, Amdur the Lord of Blades, the blister pack which you get the Banner Bearer, Captain and the War Priest. You also get a dismounted Dragon Knight who is back here. And yeah, for what it is, it's actually a really cool looking army. Super cool to use on the table. Easterlings obviously don't get much screen time in the movies, but they've got plenty in the Middle Earth range, and what with the new updates that they've got figure-wise, why not? So basically what I did was started off with assembling everything. So the kits that these come with, the normal troops are standard, they just clip off the sprue, put their arms on, stick them on the bases. But the Cataphracti at the back there, the 6 horsemen, the sprues they come with have so much extras on them, it's unbelievable. So if you did want to do conversions or anything to these, it would be so simple. For example, this is one of the sprues, and obviously I've clipped off the horse, the rider, but as you can see I've got a drummer over there anyway, but you still get enough on here to make another one, so you could make a dismounted drummer. You've got enough spares on here to make like another captain, because what I want to do with mine, because I've got an army of these, is keep all the capes and stuff from the Cataphractis that I buy, and then use them all as conversions for the Black Dragons, because these are the Black Dragon models. Don't get me wrong, they're gorgeous looking models, but they are ridiculously overpriced. Yeah, I think they're, well, how much are they online? Just click on the website quickly. They're really nice models, but they do have quite a few issues, let's say. They're £15 each for a start, so £15 is expensive. Add an extra tenner and you've got a box of Cataphracts at the back there. Another one of the issues on these is the legs only have 1 point of contact, so when you're building these, the only point of contact they have is one tiny little connection. So you stick these down and you have to hope that the fine cast on these lasts, because they are going to wobble about like crazy. If that leg snaps, easily going to be a pin job, and if you haven't got a small enough pin drill bit, you're not going to sort out the issue. But so these are the normal troops for the riders, and as you can see, they're just as good. I've done it so these are dismounted, so the customer can always transport them, or change out the models for whatever he wants. Got a little bit of glue on his foot. So you've obviously got the rider, who comes in 4 or 5 parts. So you've got the legs, torso. Let me focus on this. You've got the legs, torso. You've got the arm, the head, and the shield. The shields you can always just stick on last, which I did, so I painted them, stuck them on last. But these lend themselves to so many possibilities for conversions. It's crazy. I've seen some people who have taken a bowman model, cut it off at the waist, stuck the bowman model onto the horse. It's a little bit of an extra conversion you can do. But as I say, these are such good models for the price they are. Really nice. The customer basically, he had a few requests. He wanted GW spec, so he wanted the paint schemes GW use, so the golds, things like that, the basing as well. But he also wanted the cloth to be a very dark maroon, so I darkened the clothing down on them quite a lot more than I normally would. So what I did was painted all the cloth. Painted all the cloth with Mephiston red. So gave it a base coat of that, gave it 2 coats to get it a nice even coverage. And then what I did was I used this. I used Blood Angel's red contrast paint and basically just paint. I didn't wash it, I painted it, so I used it to paint over the top of the red. So what it did was it darkened all the recesses down, darkened the colour of the red down, and basically just gave it a really nice tone. So I did 2 coats to that with the contrast red, and then obviously when you applied the washes later on, it darkened the red down considerably more, which give it a really nice finish. So it's not a considerably large army. It's enough that you can have quite a comfortable game with. The customer was lucky that his friend actually gave him some extra spearmen, because as everybody knows with the Easterling box, they didn't really design it with gaming in mind. You know, you get 4 spearmen, 8 bowmen, and 8 swordsmen. You know, spearmen are kind of the backbone of an army. So he was lucky that his friend actually gave him some extras. But say they're all painted in the same way, so the cloth is all done the same. I batch painted pretty much everything, so all the red was done in one stage. Then I did the golds. Lastly, I did the blacks, where you do the boots. So I'll focus on. So you do the boots, you do the weapons, because obviously these don't have GW spec. They don't have brown like pole weapons or anything. They're all black. So I painted all that. Then I did all the silver. Hit it with the wash, which I'm actually starting to really enjoy. I'm kind of trying to veer away from Games Workshop products as much as I can, really. Apart from obviously like technical paint washes, but I've been using this stuff, Dark Tone from Army Painter. I hate the fact it comes in a squirty bottle. I just waste so much doing that. So what I did was used an old GW Null Oil bottle, stuck the label on it, and now when I paint, I can just pop the lid up, dip, wash it on. Because the thing that I like about this compared to Null Oil is when you like wash it over the top, it doesn't leave any chalky residue. It doesn't darken the top surfaces of things. It goes straight into the cracks, and it just stays there. You know, it darkens only the recesses, which I really like. And then obviously once everything had been painted, all the details, skin and all that kind of stuff, I then hit it up with the anti-shine matte varnish. If I can have some at hand, this stuff. So what I do is I put this in the airbrush, put a little bit of medium thinner with it, and then I just spray all the models in my spray booth. And what it does is it ties all the paints in really nice, ties all the colours in, because I use matte black paint for black. I use the Army Painter matte black because it's just such a lovely colour. And obviously where you've got the shine coming off the contrast paint, you've got the shine coming off the metallics. So what that does is it kind of just like puts them all to the middle, and it meets in the middle a bit. But yeah, I think this is like the first Middle Earth Army showcase I've done. And I'll be more than happy to do more if people are interested in seeing more. I've got quite a few armies of my own personal ones. This is the, if I can get the focus, this is the Cat Fractor Captain. So again, this comes in multi-part. So he comes off his horse. I don't know if he's detachable. He comes with a cape, a cloak. The customer wanted me to do red on the bottom, black on the top, because if he ever wants to use these as black dragons, he can, because I've just painted him with a little bit of black. He's one of the only models that actually has any skin on show, which is quite strange, with his face. But to say, these are such lovely models to paint. They're so simple and so easy, but they produce such a fantastic looking army when they're on the table. Again, you get 2 lots of kit for that, so you get enough spare parts in the set to make 2 of him, 2 of him, 2 of him. You get plenty more swords, hand weapons and stuff like that. So I've just shown you the one with the drummer kit on it. You got the other sprue here. These are all the customer sprues I'll get sent back to him. You get extra arms, so if you ever wanted to add a bit of variation to the swordsman models, because they all come pretty much in the same poses, you could always just, you know, slice off an arm, replace it with one of those, give them a little bit of variation. Or if you wanted to do double-handed weapons, you could do double-handed weapons. But you've got that sprue, and then you've got the last one as well, which has, where is it, the captain? Oh, this one. It also comes with casualties as well. So if you wanted to do an easy way of making Black Dragon dismounts, you could use the helmet that you get from the captain, which is on one of these sprues, that sprue there. So you can use that helmet with a spike on top of it, you could put it onto that body, because it's flat on the back because it's a casualty. You could then put the cape over the back, and then you could basically have him, you can also give him a different sword on that hand, so you can give 2 swords, and then basically use that as a Black Dragon dismount, which is what I'll probably end up doing in my army. But so I'm really chuffed with how these turned out. They look such a great army on the table. Obviously you've got the bowman models here. Again, simple models, but very, very effective. Lots of blacks, reds and golds, which is what I really like about them. You've got the swordsman models, which are here. So the standard troops, they're not nothing to shout about, but they are really, really nice models. You've got this guy, which is obviously the leader of the army, and the Lord of Blades. So he is Finecast, and the trouble with him again is points of contact. If you take that piece there off, he literally has 1 piece of contact, which is there on his foot, and with Finecast these wobble about so much. The mounted model's such a lovely model, which is a shame. You've got the foot model as well, so such a lovely model. You've got these are the blister pack, which is basically it's called the Easterling Commanders pack. So you get the War Priest, who is very cool. Unfortunately, the mounted version of him is out of production, so if you wanted a War Priest, you'd actually either have to convert yourself one, or you'd have to kind of get 2 of him, chop him in half and put him onto a horse, which I've done for a few people in the past. You've got this chap, who is like one of the most readily available miniatures that you can get for the Easterlings, except always in metal because he came with the Battle Games and Middle Earth magazine. And you've got the standard bearer. So obviously with this standard bearer, he will be used as a dismount for the mounted model over there. And yeah, so it's a fantastic looking army, and I honestly can't wait to do my own version of these. This is the customer's army, but yeah, I thought I'd do a little showcase on them, and I hope you all enjoy the video. If you've got any comments or anything you want to know paint scheme wise, then feel free to drop me a message in the comments. And again, like, comment and subscribe, and I shall catch you guys in the next video. See you later.